Hi everyone, welcome in. I'm sorry, the sound wasn't up. Hi everyone, welcome in. Tonight I just decided to go live, even though my roommate is about to get back home. But just wanted to talk to you guys. Right now I'm feeling better. I'm still feeling better. Let's get the non-fun stuff out of the way first. I know that I'm sounding like a broken record, but I am still gonna announce it at every start of the live because um, that's literally how I survive. But let's just give Nightbot a second before. So, what's going on with everyone? Hi Ian, how are you? I'm just waiting for Nightbot to do its thing before I start. I'm just gonna check if the heaters are okay. It should be okay. Okay, I'm gonna have to retype that. Just give it a second because sometimes it's slow and it doesn't wanna do anything when we type at the same time. You tried to make an alien head. Well, send me. I want to see that. I made a bunch of alien heads so far, and I'm still trying to hear back from the skinny puppy people because they did not notify me about if they still wanted me to send their heads. So I'm still waiting. There you go. The link just popped up. All right. I'm a disabled artist, so this is how I make a living. I'm not able to work or have a job, so I'm struggling with bills quite a bit right now. So I have a little fundraiser over on my Ko-fi. On my Ko-fi, you can find cross-stitch charts and some of my crochet patterns as well. But I do have them on other platforms as well. I just have a few of them on Ko-fi. I don't have all my crochet patterns, but just like a few things to help out with raising funds and whatnot. So if you want to check that out and help me out, I appreciate that greatly. And I'm a crocheter, and I have an Etsy shop that you can click the link just there. It's the second link, and I mostly make plushies right now. I'm making a bunch of cats again because I got a few orders for those. But um, that's it. I have a bunch of plushies. I have some shawls. I have a bunch of cool stuff. I have friendship bracelets. I'm trying actually to get rid of my friendship bracelets because I don't want to carry those anymore. I don't want to make them. I don't make them because I have carpal tunnel and it's really hard. And so I don't like keep a stock of it. Like there's one I'm making for someone I know, but uh, it's not something I want to keep in my shop stock. The people keep asking me about those, but I'm not able, unfortunately, to do that. But they're discounted right now. So if anyone wants to grab them, like they're like 40% off or something. I don't know if the discount is still active. If you can just check that out and let me know. If it's not active, just let me know. I will put it back. But basically, I'm selling everything for cheaper. There is Nightbot just putting 20,000 reminders again. You tried to make it on the knitting machine. It was a learning experience because of increases and decreases. I don't know how to do that on the knitting machine, and I don't think I want to learn that. That sounds so complicated, to be honest, and I'm too lazy to learn that. I'm gonna be right back. I have to wash my hands again because I was stressed and they became gummy again, so I have to rewash that. So I'm gonna try again. And if they're still gummy, I'm gonna have to go off stream, unfortunately. But I want to try one last time, so I'll be right back. I'm sorry again. The hands were gummy and disgusting, and so I'm just kind of trying to get all the stuff away from them. And they're not gummy because I touched something. It's an anxiety symptom, and it's a symptom of like a lot of joint issues and things. Your sweat becomes gummy, and it becomes sticky, and you can't like just wash that off. You have to heat your core and like your limbs, the tip of your limbs and whatever. You have to heat them until this goes away. And if you don't do that, it's just gonna keep staying sticky and whatever. And this is heightened by anxiety and by a bunch of other conditions. Well, I'm gonna spare you all the gross details, but yeah, I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry for the inconvenience. But when that happens, I have to wash my hands several times, and I have to wash everything else around me, which is quite annoying. I was trying to work on the zombie kitties because I have to make one more, but I might have to switch to another thing, depending on how the hands are going, because truthfully I really don't want to be dealing with that right now. I can't crochet when I have sticky hands. I have to have perfectly dry hands because I have sensory issues. And when I have that, like my tactile sensation is changed, so I can't work. I know this all sounds very complicated, but that's what it is sometimes to be autistic. Like you can't work around your sensory issues, you have to work with them. So that's why I'm just kind of trying to bring awareness to that. But that's why I wash my hands like 20 times a day. It's not because of OCD or whatever, it's just because they have to be perfectly dry. Otherwise, like the tactile feedback, if I can say it that way, it changes. And yeah, it's just it's really difficult to explain, but basically it just makes everything gross. But let me know if you have any sort of sensory issues, similar or not. I totally understand that stuff, and it's the most annoying thing ever. And I empathize if you're going through that. I just want you to all to know that. But I also want to know what you're up to, everyone. Ian is making an alien head on the knitting machine. I've looked at a lot of tutorials about that stuff, but I kind of struggle to get it. I'm able to make panels and round things, and that's pretty much it. You have some physical sensory issues. Oh, auditory stuff is so annoying. Uh, and also I have misophonia. Misophonia, for those who don't know, is like an aversion to repetitive sounds and sounds that are bodily produced, kind of, and things like that, and very high pitched noises as well. Things like maybe someone clicking their tongue every 5 seconds when they talk, or someone eating with their mouth open, or someone tapping their foot. Like, it will be a very strong adverse reaction, which tends to lead to aggression. That is misophonia. It's not a person just being like cranky and annoying. Your brain produces an irrational anger while that happens, and that's because you are averse to the sound. Your brain tells you it's harming you, actively harming you, and it produces a strong response. A green colon. I love that, Ian. I bet that's pretty cool. What yarn are you using? Oh, you're starting over. Yeah, you have misophonia too. Yours is more about sensory overload. Yeah, yeah. I do the rage thing too, especially when it's a sound I can't control. And people have told me that I'm scary, but like, it's scarier to me in my mind that I can't get rid of the sound. Then I start to disclaimer, this is gonna discuss self-injurious behavior, but it is not self-harm. It's a different thing. As an autistic person, I don't have control over those behaviors, but I do just want to give a heads up before I talk about this, because this is gonna be a very heavy subject. But to me, like, when those sounds, I cannot escape them or do anything. Like, I've done everything, right? I've had the anger reaction, I've tried to isolate, I've tried to drown out the noise, and I've done everything else. Like, if I cannot escape, I start to bang my head. That's what I do. And like I said, this isn't a reaction I can control. My body does it for me. And this is why self-injurious behavior and self-harm are different. I'm not initiating the behavior. It's either that or my brain will explode, and that's physically how I feel. Like, I feel like my ears, I feel like I could rip out my ears when this happens. So it's kind of, Oh, big twist value in slime. Oh, yeah, I know the one. It's a very beautiful color, too. But yeah, I become very intense when that stuff happens, and like, it's not something I can control. And like, I wish I could, but people who have misophonia are just like, it's an irrational response, and it's not us being fussy, it's not us being annoying or too demanding. We literally cannot help it. Like, there are therapies, but the therapies mainly revolve around you isolating yourself and cutting yourself from the noise, because that's pretty much the only thing that works, is stop the noise. Like, the therapies that work are centered around wearing, like, either noise canceling headphones. I'm sorry, I have a hair that keeps coming up, like, right above my eye here, and it's all I see when I turn my head, and I want to snip that hair, but when I try to grab it, I keep hitting my forehead and touching the grease instead, because I have very greasy skin. So I'm like super annoyed right now, but I'm sorry about that. But yeah, the thing with that is, like, the therapies are mostly centered about controlling your behavior around it and making changes in your environment, but the therapies do nothing to help you not be triggered by the sound anymore. You will always get triggered. And like, I'm not even gonna mention behavioral therapies and things like that, because I don't like behavioral therapies. I'm a person who has a lot of demand avoidance, so to me they're already harmful and they hurt me, so I don't even consider them. So that's why I'm saying, like, there's a way for you to control like how you react to the thing, but you can't actually make your brain stop being triggered by the sounds. And it's different for everybody, but yeah, sometimes your anxiety attacks, yeah, causes you to punch myself. Yeah, I do that too. Noise dulling earbuds. Yeah, and you try to get out of the situation. Yeah, that's what I do too. Like, I get out of the situation and I will rage sometimes and I will do all sorts of unfun things, but sometimes I just want to get the sound out of my head, and that's how my body will react. I'm sorry about the sneezing. I have allergies again. Like, right as I get out of COVID, now I'm allergic as heck. So I'm just like, I think my body doesn't want me to be healthy and feel good, and this sucks. But yeah, I'm making the third zombie cat right now. I am so tired of making them. Please, someone order anything else, like anything. Like I said, I'm joking. I am thankful to have orders, but yeah, that's it. I've made that cat in that specific colorways 8 times now, something like that. This will be like my eighth, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm just like, this could end now. All you have to do is order. I'm sorry, I lost where I was going with this, because, yeah, as you can hear. But yeah, it's not so much that I'm complaining about getting work. I know that I should be thankful and all. It's just at some point you kind of feel like making the same thing over and over again. Is it serving you? And I don't want to like complain. I have certain feelings about that. And there's another situation that I just really, really feel the need to complain about, and I'm trying to keep it quiet because we're on YouTube right now. But Ian knows what I'm talking about because I messaged him about it. Um, but like, I've just been experiencing a lot of frustration um in my professional life, and like, there are things that will change and that will hurt some people's feelings in the next coming days, because I do have to do something about it at some point, and I know that some people are gonna react really bad, and I'm already anticipating the reaction, but I know that it's got to be done, because people not respecting my time and not respecting what I do is kind of a big deal, and you can't really let that stuff like happen without just not doing anything. I'm still very much rooted in trauma and things, and so like all I keep thinking about is how nightmarish it is to gonna it's gonna be to stand up for myself, and just how I always handle those situations poorly. So I'm kind of just trying to remind myself that I cannot um, control this person's response, and that I have to be good to myself and to stand up for myself. And so I'm sorry, I'm kind of unloading on you a little bit, but I'm trying to keep this like as light as possible, because I know it could get really heavy, but I'm just in the place right now that I'm trying to be the adult here and like show up for myself. That's what they talk about in like childhood trauma therapy stuff is right. It's like parenting your inner child and all that stuff. I don't really like the inner child analogy, so I kind of go more with showing up for myself, and that's how I like to say it better. But right now I'm trying to do just that. I'm gonna have to do some things that are gonna displace some people, and I know the repercussions, but I just have to trust that the right people will still be behind me and still be there and are not gonna demonize me for having boundaries. So we're growing together, people. We're trying to show up and trying to do the right things. So yeah, yeah. Oh, the thing with Packers. Oh goodness, that was something. Yeah, the inner child thing just kind of feels yucky. Yeah, I don't like age regression and stuff. I would rather just recall those memories and work on them in a more like specifically toned moment, kind of like this moment has a let's do some work kind of undertones to it, and that is kind of what I prefer personally. But yeah, showing up for ourselves, doing the work, and yeah, I like I said, I anticipate how that thing I have to do is gonna go, but also it's just it's difficult because I used to live my life as a child in the fear of my dad's response, and that's kind of what is going on right now. Like I'm fearing the repercussions, and I feel the responsibility to appease the people involved in this, and I've done that exact thing to others in the past, and it's gone well. But sometimes you hit certain people who are gonna it's gonna strike a nerve, and they're just gonna be more sensitive to that because of their own stuff, because everyone has stuff. Like nobody's perfectly mentally healthy. We all have stuff we're dealing with, and we all kind of put that a little bit on others sometimes, which is not good, of course, and I'm not condoning that. I'm just saying that it happens, and but yeah, we do have to be careful of that, of course. But I'm just kind of trying to make the situation good, make the best out of it, because I do have to displease that person. It's gonna suck for that person. It's gonna suck for me when I face the BS that happens after. But yeah, you've made 100 sales. That's awesome. Congrats, Ian. I'm proud of you for that. I'm so happy for you. I think I'm at like 90 something sales on Etsy total. I don't exactly know the number, but congrats. That's super cool. When you don't know the people, how the people, yeah. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Especially since this time I know how it's gonna go down. I don't want to give bad intentions to people, but sometimes you just know, right? You've observed someone's behaviors, and you're just like you draw your own conclusions in your mind, and you end up being 100% right. Like uh, sometimes people with traumas are unusually good judges of character because we're trained in our mind to kind of always be on the lookout, always be on the lookout, always assume. things, always like analyze, overanalyze every single detail about a person. So I know exactly how it's gonna go down, and I've had a pre-taste of it. But I have a plan in mind. I'm like refining it right now before I do anything, before I take any action. But I am kind of, like I'm not an a-hole. Like I'm a disabled person. I have a lot of empathy and understanding, and I always try to give people the benefit of the doubt, at least at first. And but sometimes people are just gonna take advantage of that, and you can't do anything. You have to do what you have to do. Sometimes that's just it. And I hate it, but here we are. Um, I don't know what else to say about that. Maybe we could find something a little bit more fun to talk about. Maybe some more aliens. Like I said, I'm still waiting for the Skinny Puppy crew to reply to me about if I should send them their heads. So I've been a little bit late making them, but now they're made. I just need to ship them actually. So I'm waiting on that. But one of them is back on tour again, and like the band he's touring with is gonna take a very long time. They do very long tour, and they tour like forever. They're gonna be on tour for like months. So I don't know. Maybe I can just ship it to his home and have his family or whatever pick it up. But I don't know yet. And but we'll see. You're thankful for the orders. Yeah, yeah. The diversify. I get it 100%. Thank you. That's my very first cardigan. It was just a regular granny square cardigan in three different solid colors. So like no funny business about weaving in ends or anything because this was my first. So I just like made it as I went, and I learned a lot making this, and there are mistakes that I'm not gonna make again because I learned from Kayla from Altnuts to make cardigans, but they have a specific body type that is different from mine. They don't have a lot of things going on in the front that change the shape of the cardigan, so they always do like a very small panels on either side. So I thought I had to make small panels to make space for my neck, but then after that, like it was barely covering me up. So I did add a strip of squares here, smaller squares all along the front to try and make it better. But actually, I realized that I just have to make the panels um, half the size of the back, and to just have like the normal shape going on there of just it unfolding, and that I'm gonna have to count on that because I have a very big front. I need to cover a lot of material over here. You know what I mean? And so that's what I'm gonna have to do in the future. I always just make the panels much bigger and hope for the best. But also, that was a good learning experience, and I still love this cardigan. So I'm quite happy about it, and I still love the colors I chose. But yeah. You're seeing your favorite band next Tuesday. What's your favorite band? I feel like you told me, but I don't remember. You're gonna freak out and lose your shit. Oh no! I hope you'll be able to go. You still waiting to what? Oh, to cut these puppies off. Yeah. Well, I kind of want to cut mine off too, but also it's a big decision for me because as soon as I do that, people are gonna gender me as a man, but it's still misgendering for me. And I'm not excited about that because that's still like gonna cause social dysphoria. So it's not gonna fix my main problem. My biggest problem is social dysphoria. I also have body dysphoria, but it's not as severe. It's mostly caused by how people see my body. But personally, like I just don't associate with femininity in any way, shape, or form, and like being a woman is not me. And I feel deeply that I never really identified with that. I tried for a very long time because I thought that's what I had to do, and I thought there were no other options. I didn't even think. I just thought that way because that's how I was taught to think. Like I was disappointed as a teen not to have big breasts because that's what society wanted and kept telling AFAB that they wanted, and so, like, I was obnoxious about it. My stepmom kept shaming me because I brought it up at inappropriate times. And she was like, "We're in a restaurant. Stop talking about my breasts." And I was just like, "What do you mean? I'm just, this is just a body. Like, there's nothing to be." I didn't understand what she meant back then, but yeah. But because I'm autistic, obviously, like for me it's just breasts. Like I don't know how talking about breasts spoils a supper. Like, of course, just because to some people breasts are unattractive, and maybe like yeah, I get that part, but that was not her case. It was just well, I just didn't understand as a child that you don't talk about some uh, subjects during dinner or in public spaces. Like, personally, I was just gonna talk about my breasts in the restaurant and not have a care in the world, because to me it's not a shocking subject. But often that goes with autism, you don't really have a filter for that stuff. I mean, to me, it's just like I'm not shy to say that stuff. So that was kind of a big misunderstanding, but she thought I was trying to embarrass her on purpose. And she yelled at me for like an hour. And she was, yeah, my stepmother and I have kind of hate relationship. We pretend to love each other, but she hates me, and I don't care that much about her. I don't specifically hate her. I just don't have a great relationship with her, but she pretends to love me because of my dad, and that's pretty much our relationship. And yeah, but I just know by the way she acts, because I'm not stupid. But yeah, what's your favorite band? You told me, but I don't remember. People think kids are groomed to be queer. Yeah, they think that. And I don't know why, because they keep grooming them to be straight, and that hasn't worked out so well, has it? People would be so mad at me for saying this, but it's true. I was groomed as a kid to be straight and basically to be cis het. I was groomed to be cis het. Thank you. You deserve the most love in the world too. And I'm glad to have met you. But yeah, people are just like, what the heck? I don't. Yeah. Oh, that's okay, and I'm not gonna judge you for that. Although I am gonna say, even when I was an emo teen, I didn't even like them that much. But it's just like personal tastes. It's just like for a goth. Like some goths hate Joy Division. I have the shirt on right now. It's one of my favorite bands, by the way. It's one of the bands I first started listening to. And it's like one of my favorite ever. And it's another reason I love Ogre so much. He is obsessed with Joy Division. And it's one of his biggest influences. He's completely crazy about it, basically. And but yeah, it's like that. A lot of goths hate it because it sounds so weird, and it's like it's a post punk band, right? The music goth evolved from basically it evolved from punk. It is post punk, which means after punk. Um, but after that came like all sorts of gothy undertones and things. So it is a big part of the subculture. It's not specifically goth, but a lot of goths still look at that and love that as one of their own, you know. But I get it. We all have different tastes, and that's fine. I was talking to my friend earlier, and she's a goth, and she was a goth in the 80s when she was a kid, and she was a goth in the 90s, and she was always a goth. She never went through an emo phase, and she was just complaining that people were calling her emo and how infuriating it was because she hates all emo stuff. And I was just like, dear, I was emo as a teen, you know. But I get it. It's always annoying when someone calls you something you're not, but you know. But I was just like, yeah, I get it. I was an emo teen. I had the short, swoopy hair with the big bold fringe, and then after that, I was a scene kid because I like felt super self conscious about not being feminine enough in the emo look because someone who I hung out with cut my hair super short and disgustingly on purpose. So I was stuck my whole teenage years with very short hair. And I felt super self conscious because, again, I thought I had to be feminine and blah, 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 society's expectations. So I grew my hair out and I would make it poofy all the damn time. Like, I would have seen hair all the way up and all the wildest colors in the book, you know, just like any scene kid with like the 20 um uh how are the things called again? I forgot the name, but the things you put the clip on hair, like the things, you know, the things that scene kids have. But I had like 20 different colored ones and like cheetah print ones and striped ones, and I had like it was everywhere. It was not very pretty, but I thought it was good because yeah, I was very weird. Yeah, we were all groomed to be cis het, and I keep saying that to transphobes, and it pisses them off so much. Yeah, somehow the gays are always the problem. Susie and the Banshees is so good. But yeah, Joy Division isn't actually goth, like I was saying. But a lot of people like don't get that style too much because it's like very different from modern goth and things like that. But Susie is still very close to that sound, you know. But Joy Division is post punk, so it's very aggressive bass, and yeah, it has a very aggressive bass line, and it's very depressing. It's not like whimsical and witchy and all like Susie is. Susie is more on the witchy side, you know. Obviously, that's totally Susie's vibe, but Joy Division is just deeply sad, and a lot of it is unaliving music because, as we all know, Ian Curtis committed, I'm not gonna say the word because I don't want YouTube to take down my video, but we know what he did, unfortunately. I don't even want to have to censor that. I hate that I have to censor that. I won't say the word, but because I don't like the stigma, but I just, I have to deal with the filters and whatnot. Yeah, yeah, exactly. You can be into one style and not like every single one of the, you know, everyone has the things. Stevie Nicks, yeah, yeah, exactly. You're going to do a video where you try to find a quiz. Oh, one of that. That would have been so funny. Oh, when I was in college, like okay, just to specify, in Quebec we have college years that are pre-university, and it's called cégep. But so I was in my early 20s because I did that over and over again. I changed programs a lot. I got kicked out, I got back in, and blah blah blah. It was complicated basically, but at some point, I was talking to someone, and she had been into goth and emo stuff as well, and blah blah blah. And I was just starting to get very much into goth. I was starting to explore The Cure, Susie, Bauhaus, all the stuff and whatnot. And mind you, I was really new at this, but she was like, "Yeah, you're not really so much a goth. You're more of an emo. Your style is much more emo." And I was just like, "What? What do you take this from? I literally have long, swishy black like uh stuff on, and I have like uh the big skirts. I forgot the name, like, but the very large dresses and skirts that are like all black and that are very popular among the goths. I had like all that stuff. It was far from anything emo, and that girl was just insecure and not wanting me to be a goth. And it was just like that was my one of my first experiences with gatekeeping, and I was just like, why do you even bother? Like, just just go away, you know? But yeah, I totally get the thing. It's exhausting at times, is it not? But that girl just didn't like me, and she didn't want me to be one of the darkly babies, and so she had to lash out and call me emo. And you know how young goths really hate being called emo, even like my friend getting mad at that was a little bit like, why are you getting so upset? It's almost comical to me that she was like super duper mad, because I'm like, we're all just weird, we're all just trying to fit in. And yeah, one thing might be cringe to you, but to someone else it means life, and it means like something they can identify with, and that's saving them. Like, a lot of goths get especially angry at um like pastel goths and whatnot, because they're not really part of the subculture per se. They're just they call them posers, and they say like blah blah blah. But at the end, like, that's just their aesthetic, and they're dressing that way because they feel good that way, And at that point, I don't even care. I'm not policing the goth thing anymore. I don't want to do that. Like, if someone is not into the music and calls their aesthetic goth and whatever, like, it's not hurting me that they're doing that. And people who feel hurt by that, it's basically just because they've not really looked deep into themselves to see how it threatens you that a kid is experimenting with their look. And I don't do that anymore. There's a whole channel dedicated to that stuff, being pissed that kids are calling themselves goth but are not really goth. And I'm not gonna name the name of the channel because I've seen her go after small channels very hard and make super lengthy videos to basically tell everyone to go and insult that person and blah blah blah. And she's very anti-sex work, and she does very nasty videos about how sex workers are supposedly appropriating the goth subculture. But don't hate on the sex workers. Hate on the gross cishet men who are projecting their fantasies on goth people. That's who you should be angry about. That's who the enemy is gross cishet men who are projecting onto us and making us to be what they want us to be. They are the enemy, and they're both against goths and sex workers. They're nasty for both demographics. So why are we just hating on each other when we could just direct all that nasty projection and stuff towards the real enemy, right, Ian? We're just like making fun because the cis het man thing is a big stereotype, right? Of course, we know there are cis men who are not gross, but that's not what we're saying. We're not saying that all of them are gross, but there's a very big like group of people. You just know when you've been the target of a lot of that BS in the past. You just know that the person behind their keyboard being gross is most definitely at least close to being a cis-het man. And it's sad, but it's true. What can I say? I've encountered some gross women too in my life. I've been harassed by women. I've been sexually harassed by women. But that happened like maybe 2 or 3 times versus men more like 20, 30 times, maybe more, maybe 100. I don't know how many men have harassed me, but it's a lot. When I was still thin and femme presenting, I got harassed on a daily basis. You saw something very similar, and she was like, "You're not goth. If you don't like goth music, who cares?" Yeah, exactly. I don't care anymore because my whole personality doesn't depend on if someone called themselves goth without being goth. I enjoy the stuff I enjoy, and I'll be super happy to go to an event or show or whatever, or dress up nicely. I remember the name I was trying to remember earlier. I wore a lot of maxi skirt and maxi dresses. That's the word, maxi, I was looking for. I used to wear a lot of that stuff before I started before I came out and started being a little bit more neutral, but yeah, it's consistent, and it's so people are just getting aggravated because their egos are threatened. But we are all freaks. We're all weirdos. And there is a big correlations of goth being queer, and it's a big part of the ecosystem, and we gotta stop like limiting that and like putting boundaries on how people should be. And to me, it's not threatening in any way that a kid is experimenting or that a sex worker calls it their goth look and like tries to make money off of that on OnlyFans. Like, if that's what they want to do, that's up to them. And we live in a difficult economy, so I want them to have that money. I want them to make money off of that. They're not making money off of my backs, and they're not making men sexualize us. The men would already do that anyway because they're gross. The people who do that are gross. It's not the sex worker's fault. The sex worker is not taking advantage of us. They're taking advantage of a system that defavorizes them, and that's that's what it is, you know. And I don't care if people disagree with me, because we live in a very bad economy right now. It's hard to make a living. I have trouble making a living. I depend on people. I've thought about making an OnlyFans, but I don't feel very sexy right now, and I don't know how I would do that, you know. I just don't really feel sexy, but I have no shame about OnlyFans, and I would gladly make one and get that money, you know. And I love sex workers. I support sex workers. I have friends who are sex workers, and I love them. Oh, by the way, my roommate is just watching something, and he put the sound all the way up just because he knows I'm streaming, so he wants to bother me. So I'm sorry about the noises. Like, I wish I could ask him to at least wear headphones, but he's not been very responsive to that lately. When he wants to signify me that he wants me to stop doing something, he'll be like super loud and obnoxious until I stop. But like, we're not gonna let that phase us, because I want to be on stream. So I am sorry if the noise becomes overwhelming. Just tell me and I will mute myself for a few minutes. But like, he's just being a child right now. He knows I'm streaming. He knows I'm working. Doesn't care. He's just watching his video or whatever with the sound all the way up and not not caring at all. Like, it's not like I'm just over here being lazy and just like laughing and blah. I'm actively working right now. This is part of my job. But yeah, I apologize for complaining, but yeah, I did want to talk about all the sex work thing. I left a comment on one of her videos of that person saying that basically it's not the sex workers you should be hating on. It's basically what I just said, and that she was maybe a little bit like uneducated in her views, and she took that so badly that she responded with 100% ego, and she's a big deal in the scene, so I can't really say anything or whatever because people will be on her side. But I think she's approaching all that from such a twisted aspect. She made a full length video about the fact that she's not gonna focus on kids calling themselves goth anymore, and she's just gonna focus on sex workers and how she's disgusted about them trying to be goth, and of them trying to make money off of goth. She made a whole video about that, and I'm just like, what the heck? You can't hear the noise? Yeah, you just restarted OnlyFans, but you're trying to help feel. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I've kind of gathered that, Ian. Not that it's like in my face or something, but I figured. But that's cool, and I hope that that helps you out. You know, people tend to be like so offended by that stuff, but like they feel like they're personally attacked when someone makes an OnlyFans, and it's so funny. Yeah, it's so funny that people feel personally attacked. Like, maybe work on yourself, and it's your problem if you're mad that people do that because your boyfriend likes to look at them. Like, that's nobody's fault but your own, darling. And I know we all have like things we're more comfortable with or not comfortable with in relationships, but we don't make that other people's problem. You don't you don't bash OF people because your boyfriend likes to watch that and subscribes to that. You bash the people who are disrespectful to them and objectifying workers. That's who you should shame. That's who you should be angry about. Like, back when I had a boyfriend, who wanted to bring me to Hooters. He was going with like his sisters and their boyfriends and everyone. And I said, I don't want to go there because you guys are just gonna leer at the women and it's gonna be extremely uncomfortable. The whole gang called me insecure and said that I was just being insecure and that I didn't like myself and all the things. But I know these guys, right? Especially him, because he was objectifying me all the time. And I knew it was going to be uncomfortable, and he would just be in front of the women drooling. And I was just like, no, I don't want to live that sorry, but I don't want to see you drooling all over those people and being super disrespectful. Like, it's cool to enjoy it, the nice view, it's cool, but it's your attitude as a man towards these women who are at work right now. They're being professional and their job is to entertain you. That's what they're hired for at Hooters. They're not just waiters, they're not just waitresses. They're actually hired for the way they look because their job is to entertain you at the same time, but you're being super gross to them. Like, that guy was, he would pass comments that were like, ooh, the very spicy kind. I'm not even gonna say it on stream, but I just really, I didn't want to see that. I had no interest in that. So I like women too, okay? I would have looked too, probably. I'm bisexual for those who don't know. I would have looked too, but I wouldn't have said anything gross, and I wouldn't have been, ooh, I bet those wings are very tasty. I wouldn't have said that. But that's all they did. They were like three men, and I was called insecure because I didn't want to witness that. But it's gross. Like I said, I have lusted after waitresses before. I'm not ashamed to say it, but I was not gross about it. I just admired the lady. That's all. I didn't say a thing to her. I didn't say a thing to my buddy. Actually, after we left, I said to my buddy, "Wow, she had very beautiful figure." That's it. Yeah, they love to hate on sex workers. Yeah, the system sucks. The system is the problem. The sex workers aren't the problem. We should all exploit the system because the system exploits us. You know, the situations they aren't. Yeah, exactly. We do stuff because we have to, and we're at a point where we kind of have to put our morals to the side sometimes because otherwise we're not making money. We're not making money, and yeah, it's tough. Even have done makeup for photo shoots with Hooters girls. Yeah, they're always harassed, and that's what makes me uncomfortable. Like, I don't have a problem with the fact that waitresses are hot. That's not the issue. It's the gross man. It's always the gross man. That should be the title of this live stream. The men are being gross sometimes. Like, I should change the title. But like I said, like, I'm bisexual. I look at women too. I'm not a woman. I'm agender, but if I see a beautiful woman in the street, I don't whistle at her. I don't say ooh hot. I don't say anything. I If I manage to strike up a conversation, I'll talk to her about yarn and hope she's interested in talking to me. I don't know what to say, but yeah. Yeah, their costumes are so ugly. That's true. That is so true. I agree. Oh, yeah, by the way, one page I follow on Facebook, which is Trans Skater Boyfriend, has a t shirt that says Femboy Hooters, and it's hilarious. And he was like, bone in or bone out. And I was like, oh my, did you just really say that? That was so funny. But I was just like, this is hilarious. I love Eddie. Eddie is a very good content creator. And he makes fun of the people making fun of him, which is always a plus. When you've been harassed a lot, you gotta make something out of it, because otherwise it doesn't rentabilize anything. You gotta make money out of the transphobes, because transphobes are gross. They're just like the gross men. And a lot of them are gross men. They're gross men who cannot accept that they might be attracted to someone who has things in their pants that are not legs. Um, and it's hilarious. They're just afraid. Today, I think I'm just a little bit pissed at the gross man. And I apologize for that. If you're a cishet man, I don't hate you personally. It's just the vibe right now that a lot of stuff is going on. And by the way, I have a lot of cishet friends that I love. I have Jerry. Jerry is amazing. Jerry and Dawn are amazing. And they're both lovely, kind, supportive people. But you know why? That's because Jerry isn't gross. Jerry is kind and he's caring. Be like Jerry. Take that example. Jerry is awesome. So I just want to mention that because I know, like men get a lot of hate, and but sometimes it's justified, and I know that sometimes it can feel like it's really hard because it makes you question your whole gender, and your whole like identity, and it's difficult to have so many people be so quick to maybe pass quick judgment or whatever. So I do want to acknowledge that, like, right, I'm just talking from an angry standpoint. I've had a lot of bad experiences, and I just want to focus on the people who those experiences have been from. But I do have a lot of lovely, supportive friends. So, you know, yeah. And by the way, this is the kitty's butt, and it's pink and red, and that's what I wanted. So I'm super happy. I wanted to make it starting at different points throughout the thing. I'm just gonna be right back. Donc, même moi, là, j'ai descendu mon truc jusqu'à 21 tantôt, là, j'avais super chaud. Ouais, c'est bientôt le printemps. Okay, I am right back. I am right back. I'm sorry. I don't hate cis het men. I'm just an equal opportunity asshole. Yeah, I get it. I get that. I have more of a fanboy aesthetic, but always worried that I'll swing too far. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. And then a lot of people will be like, "You're not a real woman," but you're a trans dude, and people will say that to you. They'll be like, "You're not a real woman if you look too much like a girl." That's what happens to Eddie all the time, by the way. He keeps getting told all sort of stuff about being a dude, having an Adam's apple, having to have his prostate checked. When he's what's the age for that? Like 40 something? I don't know, but and he's just like, hey, thank you everyone for the allyship. Because obviously Eddie is a trans guy, so you know, and he just makes a joke out of it, and it's so funny. Yeah, my roommate is baking things, and it's super hot in here. Kitty butt. Yeah, every cat owner knows this view way too well. Yeah, I know. I used to have 3 cats. Butt in the face, butt rubbing on the face. That is a big thing. When you talked about male lingerie, a lot of people suggested crop tops. Yeah, yeah. That crop top is gonna be very low. That's gonna be a top that is cropped like super low. Oh goodness, even I look weird in crop tops because I have very large hardware, you know, and I have a super prominent belly just on top of that, so it looks odd on me. Like it looks like I'm cutting myself into, and I have a big line when I wear a crop top. So it's not my favorite look, but it's more comfortable to me than wearing anything. I can't wear a shirt that is cut right above the hips because I have a prominent belly, so it makes it ride up. So that's why I prefer crop tops. They sit like right below my breast. They're like kind of tucked in, but it doesn't give so much coverage, and sometimes it makes me feel kind of self conscious because I don't care personally, but it's the way people look at me that I don't like, and like I'm agender, and whenever I wear anything like that, people are like, "Hey, lady," and I'm just like, "What, lady? Where? Who? Where?" I'm joking, but like it's just when my family dead names me. Now, just because I know they use my dead name when I'm not here, when I'm not with them. I do this just because of that. It's not me being mean or whatever. I do that just specifically because I know that they use my dead name when they're not around me because my brother told me and he was unapologetic about it. So I allow myself, but whenever they dead name me, I say, "What? Dead name? I don't know that. I don't know them. Sorry." And I just ignore them. That's how I deal with it. I just say, sorry, I don't know who you're talking about," and they think it's rude, but I don't care. You just have to name me properly. Mythical Eddie. Oh, I'll send it to you, Ian. Just give me a sec. I'll send that to you because Eddie is very freaking cool. And yeah, there you go. Eddie is very cute too, by the way. But personally, I think he's cute. But yeah, your crop top would go down to your belly. But yeah, I tuck mine like under my boobs. Like I lift my boobs and I tuck my crop tops under there. But that's what I'm saying. It doesn't give much coverage, and it's weird. But it's just comfortable for me as an autistic person. What I do is I'll just lift up my skirt to fit like right under there, and so it meets like very close, and it leaves like just a sliver of flesh, so it's not like super revealing, but still, you know, you just go topless as much as yeah. Yeah, men can have boobs too. Yeah, exactly. And then people are like, what? That men can have that, but trans people cannot get their breasts removed. People are weird. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Exactly. That's what my parents do too. Yeah, and they misgender me to my face, and the reason for that is they're not willing to learn the the grammar, because in French it's kind of complicated. It's new. It's been implemented recently, and most people don't know it. I know a little bit of it, but I use English like maybe 80% of the time. The only person I speak in French with is my roommate, so I don't really use French, so I don't know the grammar that well. But yeah, my parents will misgender me 100% of the time just because they don't know and they don't care to learn. My brother knows a lot of it. He's Gen Z. He's young. He has a lot of people in his social circles who know that stuff and discuss that stuff, so he knows. But he still does it too. Sometimes he will get out a word that is gender neutral just to impress the crowd and be like, see, huh? See, I know that word. And I'm just like, yeah, I prefer that one actually. And he's like, what? But I wanted to show you that I know. Yeah, I know. And it feels yucky when you do that. But, he's a young adult. He's 18. He just turned 18. So I'm just like, whatever, dude. But it's just it sucks that your family cannot. I'm sorry you have to experience this, Ian. It really sucks when your family cannot be supportive of you. Like even uh, it feels yucky and it feels like you're not as loved as you deserve it. But yeah, that's why chosen family is a big thing, and for me it is the whole world. I have a very large chosen family actually, and they don't necessarily know. Some of them know. I've told some of them in person, not in person, but like privately. But the Skinny Puppy Facebook group, everyone in that group is my chosen family because that's who I feel family-ish with the most. I feel close to those people. Those people care about me. Those people help me with things. They listen to me, and I try to listen to them. Like I try to be as close as possible. When someone is experiencing something, I message them, and I've broken that social boundary that says like you don't put your nose in people's business for those people. But when one of them has like something bad happen in the group, I message them. I say, "Hey, are you okay?" And been thankful about it. I've had great conversations about it and have made friends over that. But I message them because I care. And you're following Eddie now. Well, I'm glad. But you'll see, he posts a lot of transphobic BS, like comments, like hate comments he receives, and hilarious responses to them. He's just really funny. I like how he does stuff, and he does Femboy Friday, and I love Femboy Friday because I love femboys. I just think femboys are super special and hot, and I love them. As femboys have a special place in my heart, and yeah, that's all there is to it, really. I don't know how else to say it, but I just feel a special type of way. Boob sweat, yeah. Yeah, boob sweat sure sucks, and I know a thing or two about that. Whenever, for those who don't know, whenever you have a large chest, a lot of sweat gets trapped under there, and it's like super embarrassing. That's why I wear a lot of dark colors and things. I almost always wear black. Sometimes I will wear something a bit more colorful, but it's yarn. It doesn't really show sweat that way. Like, if you know, when certain types of yarn, especially when it's not cotton, but when acrylic or something gets wet, it doesn't show a stain. It's like just gonna change in texture a little bit, but and that's why I try to keep to certain color schemes, but like a lot of sweat gets trapped under there, and actually it creates a whole lot of problem with acne and whatever. I have a lot of acne on my breasts, and I know that's disgusting. I'm sorry, but gotta be honest, like that happens. Yeah, but highlighting, yeah, I get it. Highlighting your chest is really tough. Yeah, yeah, they suck. That for sure. I really hope you can move out soon. Yeah, he is cute. Oh, that's true. I'm just gonna be right back. I'm sorry. I had something on my nose and I had to check, but I am back now. And oh, but goodness, sometimes people are just people make me wanna be angry and stuff. And I just want to say, like, you guys are awesome. I have a lot of friends on YouTube that I wouldn't exchange for the world. And gosh, I feel so fortunate. I really do. So thank you, everyone. Because, like, I run into a-holes, like, maybe 2 or 3 times a day, sometimes more. Because I'm in a lot of online spaces. I watch a lot of content. I look at a lot of things. I reply to a lot of things. And today I've seen so many ableist BS people, and I'm just like, the ableism is gross. And it's tiring because when you're a disabled person, just trying to get along and get people to understand you and want to accommodate you, then one disabled person is like, it's not up to other people, it's up to you. Make accommodations for yourself. People are not to cater to your needs. They're not catering to my needs. They're helping someone who needs something to live comfortably. And I'm so tired of ableist people. I despise ableist people. I actively block ableist people. I have ableist people in my friends list right now who I've debated blocking because they've done things for my well-being as well, and I'm conflicted, but I want to block them. Sometimes I think about it and I'm just like, is it really worth it? Because, like, I had a dude who I'm kind of friends with, and we interact kind of a bit, here and there. And like, he's a Skinny Puppy fan and everything. That's where I met him from. And he's purchased from my small business. He's helped me out, which stuff we have distracted each other in times we were not feeling the greatest and such. But he he was sharing something with a couple, right, of two people who are visibly uh, disabled. They have a learning disability, like, it's abundantly clear. And he shared that video laughing about them from an account that makes fun of cringe content, and he labeled that cringe and said, like, in the comments, it was saying basically how uncomfortable uncomfortable it was making him, and a bunch of people were saying it was uncomfortable, and I was just like, is it uncomfortable just because it's a disabled couple? Because if it was just two popular people, like two influencers, you would have been like, haha, they're being weird, and you would have moved on. But now you're just, oh, so weird, so uncomfortable. I'm not okay with this. Just because it's a disabled couple, and you feel entitled to make fun of that. And I want to block that guy. Like, I want to block that guy. And he's disabled too. Like, he has, I'm not gonna say his musical stuff on here because that's not okay, but he has a bunch of stuff going on himself, and I just think to myself, like, dude, how would you feel if that was you and your girlfriend in the video? If it was you and your partner, because he has someone, and I'm just like, how would you feel if I would share videos of you and your partner loving on each other and dancing to a song and say, oh, cringe content? I'm sorry, I know this is quite heavy right now, but I felt like this had to be talked about. Like, that guy has done some things that were like really helpful to me. He's helped me in a lot of ways, and I'm thankful for that. But I'm grossed out that he would perpetrate that stuff. It's hurtful and it hurts me because I have a weird thing with that. You're gonna head out. You have to turn on the TV. Your dad doesn't want his hearing aids. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you have a good night, Ian. But thank you for hanging out. Love you too. How long have I been streaming? Oh, I've been here for 1 hour and 20 minutes. That's pretty good. I'm probably still gonna rant for a little while because I feel like it and I want to annoy the shit out of my roommate because he's being annoying right now. Oh, I want to be annoying too. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little bit shitty today. I feel shitty. Anyway, I'm just like, I'm pissed at everything today. All my cat orders have to be finished for April. Yeah, one of them is marked as a gift. What am I gonna do with that? I don't know. I'll get a nice box, I guess. I gotta stop offering that marked as a gift option. I did, but I don't know why it's there, but someone marked their order as a gift. Dude, I'm working right now. Stop. I'm sorry, it's just getting out of control. Custom order. Yeah. Well, all my things for gift mode are disabled, so I guess I'll just get a nice box. I don't offer gift message. So I will just get a nice box, I guess. That's what's gonna happen. But yeah, today I was just pissed because I came across so many ableist jerks, and I don't have the willpower to fight that. I don't get why people don't get that other people have different needs than them. Can't we just be nice to people? Like, can we just be decent human beings? That'd be nice. That would be really good. And I'm also really happy I'm not sick anymore. And I still have like a cough, but it's from my allergies. It's not from COVID. And I know this because, like, after 20,000 tests, you know, at some point, and I have, like I said, I have a bunch of allergy symptoms. So I know that at this point, I don't suffer from one thing anymore. It's the other. I always have allergies anyway, so I want to shave my brows off. 'Cause if I manage to make it to the show tomorrow, which I doubt because the tickets have now doubled in price and they're not coming back down, so maybe like 1 hour before the show they'll be at the right price. But I'm not gonna be able to get them by then because I don't have data on my phone and I will have to get going before then. So I'm not gonna get in. So that's gonna be a no go for me. Like I would have bought them for the original price at that point, but I'm kind of thinking not. To be honest, it sucks. I really want to see Frontman Assembly, but yeah, you know that's how things go. I've been telling myself I'm gonna at least go see a few of the bands I love before they retire, because I saw Skinny Puppy twice and I felt very fortunate. But there are a lot of bands I love to their to my core and that are very important to me. I've shaped the person I am, and I want to see them before they end it. And I'm sad that I'm not gonna get to see Front 242 because this is their last tour, and I can't see them unfortunately. But yeah, I like Front 242 very much. Um, not like I'm not like the biggest fan. I know a few of their songs, but it's an experience to see them. Like it is such a band, you know. It's a band you want to see at least once. It's that. And they're Belgian, for those who are wondering. Pretty great. Let's look at the ministry ticket once more. Like I have said, this show is for Ministry, Frontline Assembly, and Gary Newman. It's the three artists. Ooh, if you buy a single ticket, it's $90, $94 right now. Pray with me that it goes down again, because I will buy the heck out of those tickets if they go down again. And I'm just sad that I don't really have anything to re-dye my hair. I don't want to go to an industrial show with brown hair that are half black and half brown because it looks kind of weird. But I do want to shave my sides again. So I'm gonna do that tonight, just in case I manage to get to the show. And I'm gonna wash my hair. I don't know if I should wash it because I wanna back comb it. I wanna do the that hawk thing. So if I see Frontline Assembly, yeah, I wanna look my best. Because Matthew Setzer from Skinny Puppy is doing their guitar right now. It was Tim on the last tour, but Tim has been a little bit of an asshole lately. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's the cause or because whatever his wife was saying, he wasn't offered enough money to do Frontline Assembly. I don't know. I don't want to get caught in that drama, but anyway, this time it's Matthew, and I want him to recognize me, and I will wave from the from down there, and I'll be like, "Hey, it's the fourth time I've seen you live." But yeah, if they go down in price again, I will buy them. Buy one, because yeah, there are verified resale tickets. So on Ticketmaster, it's not like a scalp ticket. You have proof that it's yours and it's a genuine ticket, and you have like confirmation and blah blah blah. So it's not just a random ticket, you know. Like it's a genuine one. Wow. Aw. People are posting fluffy dogs. The guys are getting ready to perform, or they're performing right now. Let me. Cause I think the show as was at like 7. Yeah, Matthew posted 2 hours ago, so I think they're pretty much on stage right now. Gosh, I want to see them again. To be honest with you, I've not heard that many ministry songs. I know the basic ones. Oops. But I know a lot of frontline assembly songs. Not all of them. I'm not as big of a fan as I am of Skinny Puppy, but I've been in frontline assembly for much longer than Skinny Puppy. I was a fan like when I first started getting into all that stuff. So excited. If I manage to get tickets, I will go nuts. I will wear my 5 inch platforms. I will wear my 5 inch platforms. Yeah. That's why I was wearing for Skinny Puppy, by the way, the first time, not the second one, because in the plane it would have been a mess. But I forgot that I can take my shoes off for check-in. I'm never gonna forget again. Because I could have held hands with Ogre, but the barricade was too far. And if I had my 5 inch heels, I would have been able to prop myself up just enough to touch his fingertips. I wasn't. And he would have done it. He was about to, like, I know he wanted to like hug people, and he knew he couldn't just because he wanted to be safe, obviously, but you can feel in his eyes, like, Ogre is a very huggy person, a very cuddly person. Like, he likes to touch people, and not in a bad way, but you know what I mean. Like, he's a very tactile person, and I know that he's suffering from all that nonsense, and but he got sick both times he toured, so he's gonna be careful from now on. He was already careful, and all that happened. He has a fragile health, and he talked about that. He talked about how he's very affected by water, different cities water, like different minerals and bacteria present in water, and how that affects him. So, yeah. And he always gets sick when he tours. And he realized that, and now he's prioritizing his health, because you gotta do that. It's important. But I could feel in his eyes that he was somewhat, not like super sad, but like it shows that he likes to be close to people, and maybe like he completely understands and prefers to protect himself anyway, which I totally respect. But you just know when a person feels a certain way, you know what I mean. And I'm perfectly okay with having been that far, because I'm uncomfortable with physical affection most of the time anyway. But this is Ogre, and Ogre is very special, and yeah. But yeah, I want him to be safe too. So to me, it was not big deal. It wasn't even like it even blew my mind that for the picture we were inside the barricade because it was too far. We were let inside the barricade, so I was literally inches away from him and the band during the photo. I was close enough to touch him, but obviously I didn't do that because boundaries. But I gave him a friendship bracelet. Yeah, I gave Ogre a friendship bracelet. I know I'm very, very cheesy. I'm sorry, Ogre. I don't think you'll watch that, but I'm very sorry. I'm the cheesiest person. I made him a brain hat. A hat with a brain on it. I don't know how he felt about that. And I'm scared to ask him if I meet him again someday. Because I'm scared of the answer. I made you a brain hat. I'm so sorry that I'm so cringy, Ogre. I know you don't think I'm cringy, but I think I'm cringy. And a lot of people do. But he's too nice to say anything like that, so that's fortunate, I guess. I love that man so much. Oh, not gonna lie. I wish I got into Skinny Puppy sooner because I wish I could have seen them before in their earlier tours because I have seen some of those on YouTube and oh, those hit hard. I wish I could have seen the Greater Wrong tour. Like that's his most iconic costume that everyone knows about, like his stage attire with like the big mask, long mask, you know. But it was so iconic, and yeah, I love Skinny Puppy. I wish but I was too young when that tour was there. Like I would wasn't even um over here. I think I was still in Abitibi at that time, but I was a kid, and my parents wouldn't have let me see it. And that sucks because that'd been cool. I would have screamed to the top of my lungs. I would not have understood the thing, but I would have worshipped the heck out of that band because I was into very weird stuff as a kid. But I think I got into Skinny Puppy at the right time, actually. I got into it much later in life when I was in my early 20s, and I think it was the perfect time for me because I'm just a complete freak who loves the puppies. I really love Skinny Puppy. You guys, I am mad in love with Skinny Puppy. Like I could stop eating, stop drinking water, stop sleeping, and just live on Skinny Puppy. Not even joking. I love the guys that much, and I love the music that much. It's a special interest, and that's how it feels as an autistic person. It feels very strong, and it gets into you, and it consumes your whole soul. I'm just like, oh, my palate is itchy again. I'm just gonna go get some things because the lady is coming to get her threads tomorrow, and I'm selling her a bunch of DMC pearl cotton stuff. I've talked about it before, but she's coming tomorrow morning, and I'm gonna get that stuff ready because I'm gonna forget. She's coming quite early, like right after my wake up time. I'm gonna be right back. So this is a 310 and P5 200, and I have 6 bobbins, 3 of each. These are the small things, and I'm selling that for $15. It is a low price, but really my motivation with that is just to get rid of that shit because I do not use it. I like it a lot. It is very good thread. The person who's coming does embroidery and stuff, and she was happy to get them off my hands because, yeah, she's gonna use that way more than I am. So I hope she was not mistaken as to what that was. One time a lady came and was like, yeah, no, I'm not grabbing that. That's not worth it. Not for that thread, but for some other thread. And I was just like, lady, did you read the listing? Like it was specified. This is what I'm gonna put it in an Halloween bag. But don't judge me. I don't have bags that are big enough. I want to keep those that I already have that are big enough for this. So I'm gonna put them in there and apologize for the bats. I don't think she's gonna mind too much, but you never know. But I have a bunch of. I got these Halloween bags like 10 years ago, and I still have them. I'm gonna use those in packing orders because, like, I didn't even buy those specifically for that. I was intended to do like treat bags or whatever, but that never happened, and now I'm stuck with all those Halloween stuff. I'm gonna put that on my altar because when she comes tomorrow, then it's gonna be ready and it's gonna be there. I just like it because the little bats are smiling. It's so cute. It's just, oh, it's adorable. So, hi, welcome in, whoever you are, you lurker. We have lurkers in here. Hello. But yeah, last stream I talked about some bills that are coming up and that I'm very nervous about because they're really high. But I do have a power bill, like an electricity bill, which is coming up, and I have to pay it right away because I was late, and blah blah blah. And the date that they can cut me off at is approaching, and I'm very nervous about that, and I cannot get like payment deals and whatever anymore because I didn't respect the last one, because I didn't have money to pay. So right now, like, I'm trying to get that done. And so if you want to help out with my electricity bill, check out my Ko-fi. I would really appreciate that. Again, a huge thank you to everyone who's donated. I appreciate that so much. But yeah, I'm still a bit away from the finish goal on this, the finish line. And I need to get that bill squashed. It's quite a big one, and like it's gonna take a lot of my money that I need for rent and stuff. So I really appreciate you if you help me out with that. And like I said, for the show tickets for tomorrow, I'm not gonna get them unless they get like very very close to even under the original price. Like I don't want to get them unless they're cheap. And I already have like the bus ticket to go over there and everything. So it's not going to be a big spending event. Like this is the one thing I really want to see. But like I said, I'm not getting that ticket unless it's cheap. Right now it was at like 130 from resellers on Ticketmaster. So that's way too expensive, but like if it gets closer to 50 maybe that would be reasonable. But like I do have some money aside that is not used specifically for rent, that is used more like towards things that I can live without. But yeah, other than that, like everything else is going towards that bill and towards rent. And I have like um I have most of the money I need this month other than that bill. So I'm good on everything else. And if you want to check out my Etsy shop and maybe buy a plushie or two for me, and that would help out with that as well, I would really appreciate that. But yeah, I want to keep myself accountable too, because I know a lot of people have helped me out, and I don't want to take advantage of that. I want you to know, like, I rarely ever get anything for myself. I get food, and the yarn I buy is for orders. Like I bought two more skeins of this stuff from Amazon, but truthfully, that's gonna be used on more of these. Either those zombie kitties, or I plan to make maybe other plushies with that and sell them because I want to diversify a little bit. But all of that is gonna get used in orders. That's the only thing I get yarn for. It's for orders right now. Everything that is for a personal project I already have, and I'm gonna stop as soon as I don't have the yarn anymore. Like I have specific yarns that are set for aside for projects that I can't really use for plushies and orders and whatnot. Like um, Universe XL Halloween. I'm not gonna use that on any projects because it's not nice for a plushie. Like, it might be okay. It might be a big nightmare to work with though. But so I want to make a personal project with it. But that's it. Like, I have an hexagon blanket that I need to purchase yarn for, but like I said, I still have a long way to go before I need to purchase anything, and that there's gonna be a huge break for months until I can get my hands on more of that chunky monkey yarn, because it is quite expensive and it's premium acrylic. But like I said, like, I'm not in a hurry to finish those. I have plenty of projects and webs to last me a very long time. So I'm being very cautious about that. And yeah, I have other related expenses. But it's mostly, like I said, it's mostly necessities and foods and things. The rest is kind of taken care of. But yet, that bill is the one thing I could use help with, and it's a few $100s. It's a very big electricity bill because, about my roommate. I told you about how he leaves the oven on like overnight, and he puts the heaters all over the place at like 25, and he leaves that over all day. And whenever I'm not home to lower the heaters, or turn off the stuffs, and it's problematic, and he leaves it on in his room and things like that, and so he uses a lot of electricity. I don't have the money to compensate for that, but I can't freeze his rent right now because he doesn't want to pay more, and it's better for me to have what I have than to just have nothing. Um, but I am gonna raise the rent starting July 1st, and so I'm probably gonna have to find another roommate. But in the meantime, this is better than nothing. I can't just kick him out and eat the cost because I don't have enough money to do that. I don't have enough money to just go, hey, bye. I'm gonna find another roommate because the time I take finding another roommate, it's gonna be months. I would need to have a few $1,000s saved up. I don't have that. I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't have that. I use every single penny on rent and whatever. I'm very close to the red line in my account whenever I do anything, basically. But yeah, I did save up like a small amount of money for certain things that might be nice to have and that would add to my life. Like, um, I need a new dish rack, dish drying rack, and I need a new bat mat because mine is completely messed up because my roommate destroyed it. But I have that, and I have money aside from for that, and I'm gonna use that for the show. I'm not gonna use like money for things that are completely essential. Obviously, like I could live with a few months without a perfect bat mat, but I can't live without food, electricity, internet. Well, I can live without internet, but I can't stream and do my job. Um, I need an internet connection to make those sales and whatnot. This is my full time job right now. But let's be real, I also have to take care of myself and my mental health, and I have to get out there and do things too. I never do anything. I never see people, and I only talk to my YouTube friends. And yes, it is cool, and we all keep each other company. I'm very thankful for that. But you do have to like do stuff in person sometimes because I'm losing a lot of social skills by not practicing, and it's not obvious to neurotypicals, but we lose social skills so easily. Autistic people and ADHDers and people who have PTSD and things, we need to be exposed. It's basically exposure therapy. I need to get out there and do things. I cannot do that very often. So that would have been one outing. I would have been I would have seen a few of my friends. Some that I really don't want to see and some that I really want to see because they're cool. You know how it is. It's just life. You see people you don't like, but you deal with that. But I don't have that tolerance and that acceptance anymore of just going, oh yeah, that's a person I don't really like, but okay, whatever. I have this other people here that I really like. I don't have that anymore. I lost that because I don't practice it, and I'm very intolerant of people I don't want to see because I'm like, I can just stay home and not see them at all. But then you don't see all the nice people either, you know? I've just lost a lot of my what makes me me, and I want to get that back a little bit. And you know, I'm just like looking at such cute comments from people on the little weeps I did for Belladonna. Happy about that. Oh yeah, and I'm getting a gift. I'm getting a secret gift from someone. I can't tell you who it's a secret, but I'm excited because I'm getting a secret gift. Someone just said me, "Hey, send me your address. I'm sending you something," and I'm just like, "Okay, cool." But I don't know what that is. But I have a good idea of what it might be, but I don't know. And I'm excited, and I'm like, "This is mysterious." What, like, I want to know. But that's awesome. It's not from someone on YouTube. It's someone I talked to personally, like privately. But there's probably gonna be an unboxing. I'm not gonna tell you from who, but you're gonna see it. I'm probably gonna, you know. But I'm just excited because I'm getting a gift. I feel loved. This is awesome. Oh, I'm happy. I'm sorry. I just had to talk about it briefly. But yeah, this person doesn't wish to be known. So obviously, when you make something like that, people will just harass you until you make 1,000 of the stuff. So there's some people just don't want want everyone to know they do certain things, and send certain people things. And that is okay. I get that because I've been harassed about sending people free stuff in the past, and that sucks. It's just something to keep in mind, I guess. Because, yeah, back when I was selling my friendship bracelet making stuff, I still have some of it to sell, by the way, if you're interested. If you use some of that thread for anything, I still have a lot of it to sell because I had enormous quantities. I don't make friendship bracelets now. But, it's just like, no, I get it. Not wanting to be known. That is a perfectly reasonable expectation. But I'm just excited. I'm like a child. I'm just like, a bit mind blown. But yeah, like I said, I have a good idea. But I'm gonna be mysterious and I'm gonna shut up for now. I'm just gonna go check the heaters again. They're like super high right now. I get why it was so high. The oven was turned on. I can. Why do I even bother? I made a sign for him, my roommate, by the way, that says turn off the oven. And I put it right on the stove fan thingy. It's a big neon green sign, and it says in huge black letters, please turn down the oven. And he tried to rip it out of there. I made it, and I told him before that I was gonna put it there, and he said, "Okay, thank you, that will help me." He said that to me. He said, "Okay, thank you, that will help me," and then he tried to rip it off of there as soon as it was there. It has like marks of him trying to tear the tape up and remove it. I'm sorry, I just have a mean expression on my face, but anyway. I'm a little pissed at that. What am I gonna do, right? But right now he's just being a little brat. He's being a little bratty kid. And he's just like, I don't know. This is strange. I'm sorry. I know I keep venting, ranting, and doing all the thing, the unfun things. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take all that stuffing out actually, because right now it's not doing nicely. Okay, like that's better. Okay, it's gonna take that away actually. But yeah, I'm not impressed by that. The fact that he tried to rip the sign away. Right now he's making the dishes. So I'm sorry about the dishes noise, but we're just gonna have to deal with that right now because the dishes do have to be done. So I'm just sorry about the noise, but you know there are things that you cannot um, like expect to be changed, and that's okay with me. That's the part that is okay. The part that I'm not okay with is when he does things to piss me off on purpose. I don't mind the dishes. That is fine. Um, but all the other stuff, like putting his volume all the way up and all the I'm a 5-year-old kid who is not content with the situation, that stuff that I'm not okay with. But I just wanted to let you know That's what's going on right now. So, by the way, it's so hot in here. Like, I wish our heaters would work. I know I talk about this a lot. I'm sorry. Yeah, the cat butt is red. It's going through those colors right now, and I like that. And I have just enough to finish this one cat. I have like this much left. It's gonna go through one more color cycle, and after that, it's gonna have like a tiny bit of it left. Because right now it's going to red, but after the red, it's going to orange. But there's another section. Wait, okay, yeah, it's going to red and then orange. Wait, no, no, it's gonna go to the other orange and to the other red after that. I'm sorry, I misnamed the colors, I guess. But yeah, right now I have the body done. I'm just gonna do the head, and this will be my third plushies. I have restocked it. I've restocked one of it. I could restock more, but I don't want to be making 6 of those. Um, but yeah, I do want to make maybe a bat. Oh, I made a sale on Etsy again. Oh, oh, guess what? I sold the Fort Neon Kitty. Well, thank you a lot, Kitty Buyer, which is, I'm not gonna say their name or whatever, but thank you a lot, Cat Buyer. I appreciate that very much. See, they just sell out all the time. So now I have to make 4 of these. I'm not gonna be able to finish it before Monday because I'm getting the delivery for more of this yarn Monday. But thank you. I appreciate that. We're gonna put that in the Etsy folder, and right now I have let's go over there and check my earnings. I want to know exactly how many dollars is gonna be in my bank account, and now I have money to see the show. If it goes down in price, because I'm not gonna pay very much above original price. I don't want to pay too much above, you know. Yeah, we have a good amount of money there. That is great, and might actually like if the show is excuse me, if the show doesn't go down in price, I'm gonna buy yarn with this money. I have to get more of the blanket yarn because I have to make hearts. Um, I need to up my stock in some plushies again because I don't have a lot of it. People keep buying it, and I'm on made to order on a lot of my orders, and that's a lot to deal with. And by the way, I have an order for one of my friends, Facebook friends, so I'm not gonna name her. It's a bunch of friendship bracelets. I am gonna mail it this Monday. I have not mailed it yet because I got better, a little bit better on Friday, and it was like I had stuff to do that day and everything. But on Monday, I'm gonna mail your order because I'm okay now. But she has children and whatever, so I really didn't want to give them COVID. They've all had COVID and they've dealt with all the BS, and they have kids who go to school, so obviously they get all the viruses their way. So I wanted to be careful with that. But I'm gonna mail your order soon. I promise. Yeah, it's gonna be taken care of Monday, most likely. Most probably. All I have is Amazon delivery for this yarn, the neon stuff. And the person who bought from me is a guest on Etsy, so yeah, I'm not gonna relist that colorway for a while because I have to make 4 of them now. It's ridiculous. Oh. Kevin Key. I made one for Kevin Key. After that, everyone wants one. It's just because of Kevin. But no, it's also because it's a very cute plushie, but it's just funny. It's just funny to me. But I get it. It's beautiful. And thank you so much for your order. I think I'm gonna try to make other colorways though. I wanted to buy other colorways. I wanted to get like primary stripes and whatever the heck name stripes. I don't really like the retro stripes that much, but I might get it because I know customers love that stuff. But seriously, thank you for your order, whoever you are. Big thank you. And I think I might know who it is actually. Huge thank you. And I will get that to you well soon. Like it's probably gonna take a few days. Like I said, I can't start before Monday because I don't have more of that yarn. I'll be getting my yarn Monday. As soon as I ran out, like as soon as I knew after 3 kitties I would be done with this, I ordered more just because I know, like I said, like I just sold 4 of those in a span of a few days. So, but yeah, I just like that right now I'm making it in different color orders. Like this one over there that I'm not gonna show because it's stuck underneath stuff starts with green yellow. This one starts with the black, and this one starts with the red, and they're all gonna be different. Which that lacked in some of my previous things. And what was I gonna check again? I was gonna check something on Etsy. I forgot what it is. Whatever. But yeah, I have a bunch of things to mail. Delivered. Okay, almost my stuff has been delivered, except 2 of my orders that I've mailed more recently. Okay, and after that, I'm gonna have to mail the Valentine's kitty. It's already wrapped. But yeah, I have 1, 2, 2, 3, 4 zombie kitties. J'ai vendu un 4e chat de la même couleur.
Aujourd'hui, là?
Oui, juste là maintenant.
Avec des gens, là?
Oui, ben je parle avec des gens sur YouTube.
C'est tes amis, moi? D'accord. T'en as vendu combien?
C'est un 4e qu'il faut que je fasse.
Les 3, on avait parlé de 3.
Ouais, ben là, j'en ai 2 là. Là, je suis en train de faire le 3e, mais j'en ai vendu un 4e. Oui. Merci. Yeah, I was just talking to my roommate there for a second. But what was I saying? I don't know what I was saying. I was saying something. But thank you, person, for your purchase. I will be making that shortly. And like I said, I ordered some buttons from Amazon, so I'm gonna make interesting stuff for my shop. I'm gonna make more of the snow people because I needed eyes. The way they're made, I'm using buttons and safety eyes, like for the coals around the body and the smile. I'm using safety eyes, like 10mm ones. But for the eyes, I like to use a button and maybe a cross and things that look creepy. So I'm gonna be making more of that. I have plenty of sparkly white yarn. Yeah, I'm just gonna do something real quick. Ouch. 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 Okay. Here I am again. Oh, whew. Okay. But eventually, I would like to make a personal project. Je savais pas que tu utilisais encore. Désolé. Uh, but um, but eventually, I would like to use it maybe for mosaic or something. But right now, it's all tied up in zombie kitties. So, which is fine, like I said. But I want to make a bat. You know those big bats that I make with the big eyes that are uh, oh yeah, Sam pattern. They're in my shop in my Etsy. If you're curious, I have a few of them. I would like to make a bat, um, with that color. I think it would look super cute actually. So I might just and that's crazy because I'm gonna have four zombie cats that are exactly the same color, and I'm gonna take a picture with that and be like, "Ooh, I want to make the smaller one too with that colorway." One, two, three, four. Okay, and also I'd probably like to make a rabbit. I know I was talking to one of my subscribers yesterday on my stream who said she made one a zombie bunny for her granddaughter, I believe, in that colorway. So that was cool, and I'm intrigued about that. Actually, I think that's quite cool. But yeah, I'm happy that people are liking the neon zombie theme because that is pretty cool. And I think that would be a bit too intense for the zombie dog pattern, but let me know. Maybe it would look cool, and maybe you have a better vision than I do. But I think maybe I'm gonna skip the zombie dog, but it would look good as a zombie bunny. I think so. I might steal your idea, dear. It's probably gonna be very different from what you made. Because I have a pattern in mind actually from a local artist, which is a zombie bunny with a bunch of things sewn on it. It's very cool. Yeah. Would you imagine if I made it to Ministry's concert? Just I'm gonna freak out with my friend later and be like, "Hey, guess what? I made the sale. I can maybe go to the show if it goes down in price." But also that helps because of that sale, I'm able to use money I have aside for the show and put like a $50 on that big bill because that's about like I said, I'm trying to make money for that bill, but I can put 50 more dollars and still go to the show um without worrying too much, and that's a good that's a good big bit of money. Yeah. Hey. Mm. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm having a hard time seeing my stitches. My roommate thought I was doing an online seminar or formation and or whatever, but no, I'm not in school. I am talking to my buddies on YouTube. That's what I told him, which is true. You all are my friends. You're my people. You're my buddies. Well, I feel like you are anyway. Okay, I have to frog this row. It's not exactly what it needs to be. Mm, two, three, mm, mm. You know what I'm gonna do actually with part of that money? I've thought about it for a while, but I gotta buy one other of Tanya's pattern. Tanya is the artist, the local artist who makes those cat patterns, and just want to buy another of her patterns because I've made so much money off of selling those kitties. I always like put links and I always tag her in my stuff, but I want to be thankful and I want to support her. So I'm gonna link her Etsy actually. Just give me a second. I'm just gonna yeah. I'm gonna put it in the description and I'm gonna put it in the chat as well. But this is Tanya Corbeil, and I'm even gonna put her Insta everything. Mm, and let me just fetch link. It's Flow Con Crochet or something like that. There you go. I just edited the description. It might not show on your end of the live stream unless you refresh or something, but on my end it shows. And once the video goes up, it's gonna be there. So seriously, support her because her patterns are so detailed and so well written. I seriously, it's easy. It's easy for a beginner. If you need help, I would be happy to help you even because I've made a lot of those, and uh, like for me, it's self-explanatory. Really, I just put the pieces together. Now I got it almost. I can even make part of the head without looking at the pattern at all because I know the count of rows and stuff, and I have a sense of how to fill this, of how to stuff this, and whatever for it to look the best possible. Now, I used to have a very square head because I overfilled it, but now I leave kind of more space in the head. But yeah, seriously, support her and. I have coupons because I keep buying from her. I should have bought the pack with the 3 kitties and have the 3 sizes, but I don't have the biggest size. I might want to go with the Beetlejuice or with the Pennywise cat or the Joker cat is pretty cool. The Billy cat is cool. I like the Freddy Krueger one. Oh, but I wanted the bunny, the space bun. The space bun. Yeah, there's a space bunny pattern that I do enjoy quite a bit. But the thing is, it has super big eyes, and I would have to crochet that instead of using large large safety eyes because I don't have large safety eyes. Well, I have large safety eyes, just not that large. I might buy that one. I don't know. I will be thinking about that. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, it's cute. And she's made one that is green and it's very cute. But for real, buy her patterns. I'm telling you. She has a lot of cat patterns. She has a Cthulhu cat. It's a Cthulhu. That's what it's called. I could buy the Cthulhu actually. Oh, I want to buy the Cthulhu. I'm not gonna buy it now. I'm gonna look at my options and choose later. But I could buy the sandworm. It's big, but like what a cool pattern. I could sell that for like $200 or something. I don't think many people would go for it. It's a very big plushie, but no. Yeah, but I like the Pennywise cat. It's quite creepy. It has a big felted thing on its face. Or is that stitched? I think that's felted. I'm pretty sure that is felted. Yeah, that's felted. That's definitely felted. And it has a little bit of makeup around the eyes too. But I don't want to have to do the floofy hair because I'm lazy. I could buy the Sam pattern. Sam from Trick or Treat. She has a pattern for a cat of that too. It's very cute. And it says Trick or Treat on the tail. It's sewed on, but it says Trick or Treat. I really wanted to do more horror plushies, really. Okay. Whoa. Okay. My face is scratchy. It's itchy. But later I'm probably gonna have to wash my hair because it is getting really bad right now. And yeah. Sorry. My stomach is having a rough time with the bubbles. I ate fast, so yeah. But also, I have so many patterns from many designers that I want to support, and it's hard. Gosh, I'm so happy. I'm very happy right now. Let me just check something. Yeah, Samsung is notifying me of the changes. Ugh. Let me just check something quickly. La la la. I swear if I make it tomorrow, I'm gonna be completely crazy. I want to cry right now. But you can still buy the tickets for Ministry. But for the show that is today in Toronto that has already started, you can still buy that. Oh, so it's 7 at the door. Okay, that's good. That's usually times it starts. It's at the it's at the M Telus. I've been there before. I know where it is. Um, I've been to see my favorite band in that place. Oh boy, there are tickets for the balcony row A. No, I want the parterre. I want the ground, the floor tickets. No, right now it rose a little bit in price. Mm, yeah, no. Not gonna buy it at the price it is now. The show is already started a long time ago. This is gonna be a very intense show because there are 3 bands. I've never seen Gary Newman. I've never seen. any of those guys. The only one I've seen in person is Matthew from who is playing right now with Frontline Assembly and Skinny Puppy, Ogre, bunch of other bands. Matthew is a touring musician. So I I'm sorry, I'm tired. I'm gonna wipe my nose. I apologize for this. I had to. It was getting too much. Um, I have to go to the convenience store soon. I don't have gum anymore. I eat a lot of gum because it evens out the pressure in my ears. I talked about my earwax issue, but um, eating gum helps with that. It makes it so I don't want to vomit sometimes when it gets really intense and when it gets so humid. And yeah, so yeah, and I will have $15 more because the lady is coming to pick up her thread tomorrow. So I'll have that. I'm just hopeful it's going well right now. Life is good. One, two, in peace. One, two, three, four. I said increase. I'm thinking of actually buying the bigger cat pattern and go with only a in stock mode with that and just like keep a few handy and sell that maybe like $70 or $80 because it is really big. I don't think a lot of people would buy it, but I know that a lot of people are after unique colorways and they might enjoy that. So I could make it like super intense and have a bunch of rainbow neon colors and something. I could make that and it would be good. My roommate, I think he's about to go out. He just put his perfume on. So I'm probably gonna go soon so I can wash my hair and prep my hair and shave my head in case I manage tomorrow. Je vais peut-être à un concert demain. Je vais peut-être à un concert demain. Oui. Ministry, Frontline Assembly et Gary Newman. Trois groupes. C'est au MTLUS, c'est proche de Sainte-Catherine. Non, non, faut que je paye. Mais ils sont pas chers, les billets. Ils sont pas très chers. C'est 70 $ le prix. Là, j'attends qu'ils descendent parce que c'est un show sold out. C'est juste qu'il y a des billets en revente vérifiés là, qui appellent. Fait que c'est comme. Ils vérifient l'identité des personnes pour pas que tu te fasses voler tes billets, etc. Mais comme s'ils redescendent dans le prix, je les achète puis j'y vais. Pendant toute la soirée, là. Je sais pas. Au moins 3 heures, il y a 3 groupes. So I was telling my roommate about the concert, which it has 3 bands all at once. But I feel like for the original price, that is pretty good for 3 bands. So yeah, if it goes down again, I might just, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, increase 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in increase. I think I'm gonna restock some of those. You know what? After my hands are unable to work for the night, I'm probably gonna do a big Etsy restock because I have a bunch of things that I could put back on there that I have or that I have the yarn for, and I can just put on made to order basis. But my zombie dogs, I don't have the red anymore, and people aren't buying it because a lot of my peeps uh, are getting it because that's like the example shown on the page, and a lot of them are guests onto the app, so they cannot request a specific colorway. They cannot use the button for that because when you're a guest on the app, you can't uh, like you can't request. You don't have the option to. So I think I'm just gonna have a bunch of colorways and have a picture of the available choices and the available colors. And I think I'm just gonna do that because people aren't buying the zombie dog anymore. So I might just add a few red ones. I'm gonna do this. Um, Actually, I'm gonna take a little finger break here and probably just add. Bye bye. Add options now, just so it's done. No, right now. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. Come on. Etsy. Drink water. Yeah, I'm a happy person right now. Today is a good day. I'm sorry. I have bubbles trapped. I apologize for yeah for being so all over the place right now. Okay, so red. Visible, no. Custom. We're gonna put 2 reds. You know what I'm gonna do actually? Okay, orange is visible, but it doesn't have a photo. I'm gonna do one orange. Purple. We're gonna go blue, green, pink, white, yellow. No, not yellow. I don't want a yellow one. Okay. Maybe. I don't know. Yellow. I have orange, purple, pink. I have all the essentials. I don't have a black one because it's gonna look weird. Okay, done. Quantities may vary. But I'm gonna put like one in each. Yeah, I'm gonna put one in each because I don't want to end up like with 20,000 dogs to make. No, not 11. One, please. But I'm just gonna add that in right in the description. Yeah, I have like it's already said that if you custom order, you have to give me a moment, and I will send you like a picture. Like of the colors I have, because yeah, pink select photo. I just put a disclaimer that says I don't have that green anymore because the plushie I made for Ogre, I made him a zombie dog in green, but I don't have that green anymore. It was from Obby, and I don't want to make super small dogs. I would have to change the price and all of that because it says 9x5. It says 9x5, and I don't deal with that. Yeah, I know. I don't. I wanna. I wanna get off the page. Let's see how many bats we still have. I'm sorry, I'm grumpy right now. Yeah. I still have a pastel and a lavender bat. I want to make a red bat. And like I said, I want to make a neon bat. That would be pretty cool. But I can't do the Halloweeny because that was the colorway from a Hirschner's that I don't have enough of anymore. Yeah, it's a lot of yarn. It's a lot of yarn. But, yeah. I'm sorry, I'm getting a bit tired. If you want to check out my shop, it's Nightbot 8. But yeah, if you want to check out the plushies I'm talking about right now, just click on this link. It will appear to you. I'm thankful for the order I got tonight. And that means I get to make 4 different zombie cats and have them all be different. So that's going to be a cool opportunity to kind of play with the yarn. So that's cool. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little bit distracted. But no. Joshua Hawley just put a picture of him when he was 18 working at Taco Bell. I love Joshua, if you can't tell. That's amazing. I'm not gonna show you because that's from his personal Facebook. But yeah, I'm tempted. I was telling my friend just now. I'm tempted to add a fifth neon kitty to my restock because they're selling out. I need money. Also, making the same plushie 5 times would be intense. I don't mind that much, but yeah. After that, I'm not gonna be touching that colorway for another 5 years. I'm joking, but it's a really cool one. And yeah, I'm happy because I made one for Kevin Key. The first one I ever did in that color was for Kevin, someone in my favorite band, and he was happy about it and he liked it very much. I'm just happy. Sorry, I'm just like all over the place today. If I make it to the Ministry Frontline Assembly show, Gary Newman show, I will thank the my feet probably because I don't pray the the Lord like specifically. I pray Baba Yaga, but yeah, I'm gonna pray Baba Yaga. I've not prayed in a while. I'm kind of losing a little bit of my religious connection right now. I am a pagan, if you didn't know. I've been a little bit lower in that aspect. I'm just gonna go to the bathroom real quick. I'm gonna be right back, guys. I'm sorry. Oh, my feet. Hi again. Yeah, but yeah, we just restocked my shop a tiny bit because I want people to be able to order more things. Well, in different colors and not have the stress of not being able to check the custom box and then like not knowing that they can message me and request and things. So they can just like choose from the list and I'll have a bunch of colors that I'll show them. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna take pictures probably of my yarn colors soon. Anyway, um, I'm all over the place. Yeah, I really want to shave my head right now, so I'm probably gonna do that soon. I'm a bit self-conscious about having the two-toned hair for the show, but oh well. Matthew's already seen me with the two-toned hair. My hair was not dyed in Calgary. I didn't have the time or the money to. Which is okay, I guess, but it's not the biggest deal. The biggest deal is I went to see my favorite band, and Ogre saw me with the two-toned hair, the undyed hair, and the super long roots. Oh, he saw me with my huge ass regrow. Oh, Ogre is so handsome. I'm a little bit self-conscious. I know he doesn't care, but I care. I know he doesn't give a fudge um, about my hair, but dude, you have the most handsome man ever in front of you, and you look like crap. that's a little bit, yeah. I felt a little bit bad because that guy, he didn't have a hat on. He kept his hat off. He just had a haircut. He was gorgeous last time I saw him. It was so cute. He just had his hair cut short, and he was looking super good, and I was looking like like me basically, but in worse because I was not wearing any makeup and I was not prepared for the show in any way, shape, or form. I had cried. My eyes were red and watery. And I had cried in a very bad fashion. Like, I wept. I was not in a good place. It was not a happy cry or a relief cry. I was not gonna go to the show. I was feeling that bad. I was gonna just get back home. I was trying to catch a plane back, but I didn't have enough money. I was looking at the getting refunded for the return the return the wait anyway the thing when you go back. I was looking at the ticket to go back, but I'm glad I went because everything turned out fine. But uh, some things happened that make me not want to go to the show. But I'm glad I did. Ogre called me special. I'll never forget that. You don't forget it when Ogre, Skinny Puppy, calls you special. He said that they had a special person in the audience right now. Uh, that winter flew all the way there from Montreal. You remembered I'm from Montreal. That is special. No, I love Ogre. Ogre, I love you. I know you're not watching this, but there, I've professed my love. I'm joking, obviously, but I love him at least a little bit. I was joking with my friend earlier because I'm Arrow Ace. I'll tell you just a second. I'm just gonna finish my row before. I was joking at her saying, like, I uh, don't really fantasize on Ogre or see him that way because I can't. And it would be weird as well because I'm a young person. But I wish I could because he's my one biggest crush ever. And I was kind of joking at that, and like, but it did go into more serious of a topic. But yeah, Hi, welcome in. How are you doing? Welcome into the live stream. I've been streaming for almost 3 hours now, and I was talking about Skinny Puppy again. So you came in at a good time. Guess what? Tomorrow there is a show happening, and I don't even know if I'm gonna go because like the tickets are fluctuating in price. Basically, what's happening is that Ticketmaster has a verified resale, but I'm waiting for them to be at a reasonable price, closer to the original pricing, because right now they're all over the place and I don't want to buy that. I don't have the money for that, obviously. But if they go back to reasonable price or even a little bit under, I might go. But it is a show for. Oh yeah, I'm making zombie cats because I got four orders for those, and I made two so far of just the bodies, and right now I'm working on the third one, and then after that I'm gonna have to wait Monday to finish the fourth one, but that is gonna be underway very soon because I need more of this yarn. I ordered it already from Amazon, but yeah, as soon as Monday hits, I'm gonna have all the yarn I need. But I'm making four kitties with the exact same color, and I think that's pretty awesome that so many people ordered that. But yeah, tomorrow there's a show. It's Ministry, Frontline Assembly, and Gary Newman all at once, and it was fairly reasonably priced. So right now I'm waiting to see if the tickets will go down again, or maybe one of my friend can't go and will sell it to me at a cheap price or whatever. But if it doesn't happen, that's not the end of the world. Like, I'll live with that. But if it does, it would be pretty cool. Because I've never seen Frontline Assembly, I've never seen Ministry, and I've never seen Gary Newman. But I'm particularly interested in Frontline Assembly. It's one of the first bands I've really loved in that genre. Oh, Amanda was making a shark. I didn't see that. I might have seen that. Whoa. All the yarn is kind of stuck in there right now. But yeah, it's kind of crazy that I got four orders of the exact same cat in the exact same color in the span of a few days, maybe in the span of a week. Don't you think that's completely insane? But I'm kind of happy about it because that means I get to afford stuff and pay bills and have rent. So, that's pretty cool. But yeah, I'm looking at tickets for that show, and I keep looking at them because on Ticketmaster it fluctuates, like it goes up and down depending on if someone is selling them for a certain price or not. Like it's the user's choice basically, and the website changes as it comes closer to the show and whatever. It kind of changes a little bit. She posted. She popped on your live last night. Oh, that's good. I'm gonna see the replay actually. An hammerhead shark. That is cool. That's funny. That's hilarious. But yeah, the shape is kind of weird, but that's kind of hilarious. I'm sure Amanda made a lot of jokes about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But yeah, I was 1, 2. I'm sorry, I'm just focusing. 6, 7. I was happy today. I was just happy and I felt really thankful. Because I hadn't gotten any order in a little while, like, a few days, and then I get an order again. So I'm sorry, I'm kind of getting lost in my thoughts. I'm gonna finish this row. After that, I'm gonna talk to you, uh, just to get it out of the way finally. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, well, 7. Yeah, but as I was saying, I was very thrilled because I was just hoping to get just a little bit more money in my account, and I have someone coming tomorrow to buy some of my threads, and like I'm gonna make a little bit of money off of that as well. So realistically, I have big bills coming up and a bunch of stuff about that, and I was like very anxious, but right now I'm just like feeling way better. So I've been kind of jittery. I've been kind of hyper since I got that order earlier. So that explains a little bit my behavior. So I am sorry I'm a little bit hectic right now, but I'm also very happy. So okay, the yarn is getting tangled, and I'm pissed. See, yarn barf. We're gonna try to untangle that real quick. I'm gonna have to like seriously clean my desk very soon. It's good to have, or yes, absolutely. But that is my main income because I am a disabled human and I'm unable to have a job, and a bunch of crap is happening in my personal life as well. And I'm just like getting more and more disabled because I have health issues and things. So it's really hard for me to even get a job because I have a lot of social problems, but also like physically it's getting harder as well. So crochet is pretty much all I do for that reason. And like social programs with the government work in a way that if you get too much income, they take that back. And I'm just like, I meet that line where they take it back, but I still don't mean the line where I'm able uh, to like make enough money for myself. I'm sorry, I'm cutting my nail right now because it's snagged. But yeah, I'm not able to like pay all my bills, and I have a lot of debt and things that I have to take care of. But the government help goes all back because I'm over the line, over the amount of money I'm allowed to make if I'm on social help. And my doctors doesn't want to put me on disability because they suck and they don't understand that I need it. But they think I'm just lazy, and I'm not just lazy. I have a bunch of disabilities. I'm autistic. I have PTSD. I have CPTSD, and I've had that since childhood. But I have more serious symptoms because of things that happened. And so yeah, this is my only job at the moment. So easier to cut it. Absolutely, yes, it is. But yeah, my nail was. But yeah, I keep sending paper on my desk because I don't want to get a nail file every single time. And I know I will lose it because nail files are really small. And this works better. This is very fine. By the way, I'm not gonna use like super huge, intense sanding paper. This just sends down the surface, like the bit that is snagged, but it's very effective, and I've been liking doing that. I have so much sandpaper because I bought a bunch of it because I'm a crafty person, and sometimes I do things with wood. Not as much as you. Obviously, you're way more versed in wood things than I am, but sometimes I do things like I was gonna sand down all the wooden areas of my couch, and I was gonna paint that black, but right now my disabilities make it so I can't really do that anymore. It's gonna be too big of a project. But sometimes I send down smaller things, like maybe boxes and things, and I repaint them and I varnish them and I do all the fun stuff. I don't construct them because I don't really have all the tools necessary. All I have is I have a Japanese pole saw and I love that thing. It is great. Let me tell you, it's easier for me to use a pole saw than it is a regular, like what we would use here because I'm dyspraxic and I have a very big problem with that motion. It's easier for me to cut at the pull than it is at the push. So that is why I have that. I researched it plenty before I made that purchase, but I'm so glad I did. It is a very good saw. So yeah. Oh, the yarn barf. Oh no, I don't cut yarn barf. I don't cut yarn barf because I hate rejoining it. Unless it is very stuck. Right now it's okay. It's kind of easy to pull it back. It's just all over the place, but I'm not gonna cut this unless it gets so tangled that I can't like figure out where it is anymore. Then I would totally do that. But yeah, I love my pole saw, and I felt the need to say it. It's very beautiful and it's very pretty, and I take good care of it. And I have all the stuff, like I take good care of that blade. Mm. I've used it maybe 2 or 3 times. I've not even used it that much, but it makes me happy every time I see it. Like like it's hanging in my room, like a place where the humidity is kind of controlled because in my bedroom I do have to have a good environment for sleeping and whatnot. So since it is a blade, I've decided to put it there because like I said, it's very humid in Montreal, so it's in the one room that is slightly less humid. But I think I did a pretty good job at untangling the mess. It's all laying, the colors are all laying next to each other on my desk. Two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8. And oh yeah, I talked about this maybe a few minutes ago, but if I manage to make it to the show tomorrow, I'm gonna see one of Skinny Puppy's live show's members because Matthew Setzer was hired to do the guitars for Frontline Assembly, and so he's gonna be there. So I would see him, and he would recognize me because I keep going to their shows. Like I've been to a few, within the years, I've known about them. I've been to see Ogre like 5 years ago or 6 years ago almost. During the Tricks tour. Ogre, it's spelled OHGR. It is Skinny Puppy's frontman's personal side project. So it is really good and it is very special. And it's the first time I've seen him live, and so it is very special to me. And yeah. Mm, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hey, we got through this. Okay, only one last sequence, and after that, I'm gonna not be so distracted anymore. Set with sometimes I count in French. 1, 8, 2, 3, 4. All right, we got through all the increases. So, but yeah, I'm not gonna make that hammer shark. That sounds like a silly story. But we're making something very oddly shaped right now, nonetheless. I think I'm gonna attack the rest of this yarn barf before it gets worse, actually. Because yeah, some people do cut quite easily, but I like to try to figure it out. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist when it comes to that. I'm not gonna lie. So I really like taming those knots. That's the kind of person I am. I will have you yarn, and I fight with my yarn and I yell at it sometimes. It's a very beautiful thing to see. You should see that. It happens on stream occasionally, but yeah, I'm a hyper tonight. I'm almost sorry about that, but not quite. Oh gosh, I just realized I'm not gonna have a lot of yellow on that cat. Am I even gonna have any? Huh. I don't know. But maybe a little bit, like maybe at the top. So I'm gonna try to make most of its limbs yellowish to compensate, maybe. Yo, please untangle. There we go. We've got most of the pink out. We just have orange and that red color. But I am determined to get rid of this. So, like, it's not, I know it's not that big a deal. I'm just like, I really don't want to have to cut it and rejoin it later. There we go. We got a big knot out. Oh, and okay, now we just, uh, ah, see, it's almost untangled now. I knew I could make it. This one wasn't that bad. There we go. Yeah, by the way, what have you people been up to? What have you been making? I don't. I lurk in a lot of people's lives, so I check yours occasionally, but I don't really talk a lot because most of the time when I watch lives, I'm working, so my hands are like busy, and my keyboard is like all the way over there. It's like within arm reach, but I have to lean forward quite a bit, so I don't like. I don't participate actively to too many lives. I go to um, I'm mostly active on Amanda and Don's lives and Ian, but yeah, a lot of the time I just lurk and I watch people. I watch what people have been up to. I look at Granny D's live quite a bit, and I'm barely even active on there. I watch a lot of Miss C's Cottage. Sometimes I chat a little bit with people over there. But yeah, I have a very intense work schedule. I basically work up to 12 hours, maybe even more a day, on crochet and things. I just take a lot of breaks in between because obviously I have carpal tunnel and I have a bunch of issues. But like I do a lot of other stuff. I talk to people. I answer messages about my things I make, and I answer emails, and like I have to start writing a blog. I've been putting together some ideas, but I want to do yarn reviews and like maybe a more comprehensive blog about the experience of being a neurodivergent business owner, small business owner, and kind of what that implies, and you know and my experience as a crocheter itself, because a lot of it is affected by being neurodivergent. By the way, I will um have to get off stream pretty soon because the convenience store is about to close, and I need to get some stuff from there. I need to buy some gum because I told earlier I talked about that earlier, but I have a lot of pressure in my ears, and it helps with that a little bit. So, um, but yeah, I still have an hour to do that. I'm just maybe gonna make a few rows and share some final thoughts with you people, with you lovely human beings. But today I'm in such a grateful mode, and I'm just thrilled to not be sick anymore, to be honest with you. I'm just I still, like I said, I still like have a little bit of stuff happening in my throat and whatnot, but that's from allergies, and yeah. But I was just thankful today to have orders, and I'm not sick and I'm fine. And I talked to my friend who came to Montreal for the show tomorrow, and I talked to her, and I was happy to chat with her. And like I don't know if we'll see each other, but if we do, that's cool. And obviously she's quite busy, so like I'm not gonna invite myself to whatever she's doing or whatever. But yeah, if I see her, that would be a cool thing. I've not seen too many people in a long time. Most people I've seen are skinny puppy folks, and she's one of them. She is I met her at the skinny puppy show and we became friends. And she comes to Montreal sometimes. She's from Ottawa. Ottawa is like it's a little bit away, but it's quite close. I don't know the exact distance, but yeah. Oh, this kitty is gonna have to have a neon smile because right now we have very dark yarn where the mouth is going to be. Or is that gonna affect it? I don't know. We'll see. Um, well, okay. Sometimes you miscount and you're worried that this might be a little bit off. And okay, I was okay. I was just worried about nothing. But yeah, I have a lot of work, and I'm happy that business is picking back up. And it's mostly because of my friend Belladonna. I made them a portrait of their chihuahua, a crocheted portrait of their chihuahua, Whips, and Whips is a very cute, adorable dog, and yeah, and they just made a post about it to thank me, and very adorable pictures of them holding both dogs, and people have been checking out my shop, and had a purchase so far from this, or and I've had a lot of visits and people favoriting my shop, adding me on Instagram and things like that. So, see, that's what it happens when people are satisfied with what you do. They give you good review. So, that's really happy. Mm. I'm in such a good mood. So, there was gonna be a lot of smiles, but all right, I'm gonna head out soon, but I just wanted to thank everyone for watching. I want to thank my friend Ian, who was here earlier and has been very supportive over the past few days. And I want to say I appreciate you, and I appreciate all of you. And I'm just really thankful. I'm in a thankful mood. And I want to say I hope you all have a super good day or night or whatever time it is where you are. And I hope you're hanging out, doing something fun, having a good meal, hydrating and resting properly. I hope you're healthy as well. I was sick for a while, and I was miserable, but I'm back to being better now, and yeah, I don't wish that on anyone. I just hope everyone is um, good right now. And so, thank you, everyone. And I will probably stream, probably not tomorrow, because if I do manage to make it to the show, I'll be busy putting on makeup and doing all sorts of stuff. And like the lighting in here is not that good, so I'm probably gonna be in my room for the makeup. Not, I don't think I want to put makeup on camera, but I'm probably gonna show you pictures if I do go to the show. But thanks everyone, and probably gonna see you like Monday, because Monday I have to wait for a delivery, so I'm gonna be home anyway for the whole day. So yeah, thank you everyone. Bye. Hydration reminder before we go, because Nightbot's not been doing its job. But yeah, thank you.